I'm Raluca Tarcea. I'm the Admission and Communication Manager for Avenor College in Bucharest, Romania. I think there is a perception that the IB schools are more popular. And what we usually do is we try to explain parents all the systems. So what is an IB school? What do the Americans do? And what do the British schools do? And if we give them the full picture, then they understand exactly the differences, as far as we can go through a conversation in an admission meeting, but they do appreciate understanding the differences. So there is a perception, but once you chunk it down to advantages of the British system, they tend to see what we see because this is why we chose this type of school. So if you say just, oh, no, we're way different or we're way better or whatever, parents will feel that and they will be suspicious. But if you just say, look, there are 4 big systems, IB, SATs, local system, national system, and the British system. Let's just start with those. And you try to explain a little bit the differences, then I think it's they live with a different impression. The way it's a very new friend. We're trying to make it feel comfortable at our table. So as soon as we heard about it, I don't even remember when we first met this new friend, we tried to be very welcoming. So we have different approaches. We play with it a lot. We use it in the admin area as much as we can. We look at our processes and see, can we do this better with AI? Of course, we don't know how yet. So we're trying to steal recipes and to see how other people use it, especially in other industries, not only in schools, because let's face it, there are other areas where maybe they're more courageous, they invest more, they have bigger teams than a school does in the administrative part. So we try to look if somebody else takes better minutes of the meetings, does somebody else automate different type of parts of the processes? So maybe we can do that with our processes. So this is one thing that we do. On the learning part, our teachers started to explore it, start to look firstly at all of the platforms that integrated AI. And what does that mean? Is that, like, if we take Canva for education, if you take a curriculum writing tool, then you can see if it works with AI or not, and what are the differences, or where do you need to train your teachers to work with these tools. So I would say that everybody in our school is working with it on a certain level, and we're between exploration and implementation in some phases on some platforms. But I think it's the only way to do it and to move forward. So we're happy to be in an environment where people are kind of an early adopters of the challenge. Not exactly that we're starting to use it across the school, but at least we took the challenge to see what it can do for us in different areas. I think there is a perception that if somebody chooses art, oh, you're gonna not make any money in the future because who needs art? But we don't believe it's true, of course. And I don't think that the children believe that. A lot of them choose arts. A lot of them are drawn to STEM or sciences. So we're really happy to see that type of profile because we strongly believe that science is something that the world needs moving forward. So they do appreciate a good program that looks at these. Of course, in our community and in our country, a lot of parents are interested in mathematics and in science. But for instance, we have a good program that starts in year 6. And across the year, we combined, we do a 3-hour slot for children that mix arts and design and technology and drama and ICT. So they put them all together and they start working on creating robots, for instance. So you go through the year going through all of these topics and combining them. So these are programs that when parents understand, they really value in a school, and it gives the children the opportunity to explore this side. When it comes to future jobs and future careers for these children, of course, they're interested in how how does this develop further? Do they go into computer science more? Do they go into programming? Or what is the areas that it actually opens for them, depending on the age where you start? This has been our experience so far. I think having a good career program in the school and counseling program helps a lot. We've seen this difference when once we had our children grow up and go into high school and start preparing for university, we kind of developed also the career guidance program. Now we do have a very strong team that is accredited internationally through CareerMark and offers this guidance that is personalized per child. We collect a lot of data for the children, of course, on the academic side, but then we work a lot on the profiling. We offer internships, we offer programs that are by choice. So students actually go and work in their fields that they're about to work in the future, so they get a real sense of the real jobs. This is a very valuable program, and parents see value to it and children see value to it. And teachers working in international environments come to our school and say, I never seen this before done so thoroughly. So all of these things show us that when you try to help a child make these choices, and you have this conversation early on, like year 8 maybe, starting seriously to identify their strengths, and then as you move up, a lot of anxiety comes along from the parent side, maybe a lot of detachment for the parent side because the child is old enough to make their own decisions. So it's a paradox actually. The anxiety grows, but the detachment also grows. So you need to guide them both through the last years of high school. So I think this is the key, to have a team that actually does this and guides them and stays aware of where the world is heading, also what the university wants, but also what the world wants, because sometimes they're two different things. You have to work with what you have around. So if you're good at assessing what is around, actually, what are the opportunities? What is the forecast for jobs? What is the tools that are around us and we're not using because we're afraid of them? So if you can do this scan properly, I think it's a good start. And then you can see from that point what you can work with.